Hey, how's everybody doing? Good, good. I'm glad you joined this video because I wanted to talk about something special, and that is Michael Jackson. Yay, Michael! I love Michael Jackson so much. When I was a child, I used to always sing Michael Jackson. One of my songs that my mother told me that I used to sing every night before I go to bed was "You Are Not Alone" by Michael Jackson. Excuse me. You are not alone. Not alone. Oh, good. It finally came. That took longer than 2 weeks. What I was saying was something that you probably don't even realize, and I don't mean to scare anyone. I was going to say anyone or anybody, but I ended up saying anyone. So I need to correct my speech. Sorry. I get so excited, you guys. I told you, whenever I get excited and I start talking about certain things, I might slur a word or two, or, but I'm human. So, but Michael Jackson is not dead. You guys, but this is, and I'm not trying to say I'm for Donald Trump. I'm not trying to say I'm against Donald Trump. What I'm trying to say, because I don't want to be, political here and get everyone stirred up. This is not a topic for that. I'm just using that presidential moment to talk about, just to draw everything into where I'm trying to go. So just pay attention to what I'm actually saying. So nobody knows exactly everything that goes on in the industry because it's all hidden. Some of the things did come out, but a lot of things are actually hidden because they do not want to disrupt the audience members, which is us, the people who hear these things or see these things on television, social media, on our phones, and etc. But however, if you were paying close attention, Donald Trump um, actually mentions that the media that we have today, like Fox or CNN, he considers those fake news because everything that was reported to the news about Donald Trump and his allegations of mishandling government officials improperly and misguiding people and hiding a lot of information. Um, some of those information were true, and then some of them were actually false, and that was because the media gave the information to you all, and you guys overreacted before you can get truth. Not saying that some of the things that he doesn't do correct isn't reported right, but do realize that the media can only give you what people tell them, just like out here in the streets. People are going to give you what they tell you, and it's up to you to believe it or not. As you can see, Michael Jackson's body was not in his tomb, okay? And that is also from the media. Um, but this is also something that you guys have to like start putting together because one thing that I've realized is that Michael is very, very disguising. He disguises everything that he does, especially when it came to the point where they started having the accused allegations against him that were false just to get attention and more money to come in. Because this man generated so much money that, the little things would make him a millionaire. And Michael Jackson was tired of everything that was going on, for people that was lying to him about serious allegations that could have ended his career that did not, because they knew it wasn't true. You know, number two, all those children that came to his house, it was set up, and his parents even made the child repent and ask for forgiveness and confess to their wrongdoings are making these lies and allegations up. However, they decided to make a movie and a film about him and keep it going because it was still generating money. And people don't see that. They don't care if it's false or if it's good. If it's generating money, anything that the media can grab the attention of the users, then they would do that. And not saying that all media is bad. Some of the media is actually still good. But I'm just letting you guys know that some people do not know that everything that comes from the media that they're telling you guys for you guys to react from is 100% true, and a lot of it is not. So they've been coming with, we're actually coming from Michael Jackson for quite a while now. And even after he so-called leave the earth, for you guys who believe everything, I'm not going to say too much, I'm not going to say everything, but if you think about it, Michael Jackson started disguising himself after the allegations around, let's see, 96, 99 and things like that. 2001, he started wearing sunglasses more and things like that. You know, it was because of the sun was hurting him, but really he wanted to disguise himself. He disguised himself in millions, and I'm just putting that being sarcastic, but hundreds of forms or for people not to notice and recognize who he is or who he were whenever he would be out and about. Paparazzis would catch him, or a fan would catch him. You know, some people just didn't know it was actually him. He had to do this to protect himself again. But to put the icing on the cake, I'm trying to give you the bigger picture. His last album that he made, except for the This Is It was Invincible, which was released in 2001. Why would Michael Jackson come out with Invincible? Why would he talk about being invincible? Why would he talk about leave me alone? Why would he talking about him wanting to go somewhere to the moon and never come back again? He's been preparing for Escape, and his album after his death from Justin Timberlake with the song Love Never Felt So Good, the Escape album. That album was called Escape. He's trying to disappear off the face of the earth because he is tired of allegations. So if he was to leave the face of this earth, would you guys leave him alone? And guess what? You proved to him that you would not leave him alone. So you guys aren't even no good for him. You guys aren't even good for Michael Jackson even after he leaves. You guys aren't good at all. Some of you are his fans, and he knows that, and you know who you are. And I'm definitely a Michael Jackson fan, but always remember that you can't remember everything that you hear on the media. It's not all true. And if you do believe it, I feel bad for you because you're easily persuaded. And the people who know that this isn't true are laughing. As you can see, media isn't always true. And I'm going to say this. Didn't you hear around the same time frame that Donald Trump was in the paper for some things that he said that he did not do, but the media said that he did? So they put it in a newspaper article and tried to publish it, and they couldn't stop anyone from publishing it. So someone got someone under the table to try to send a mass shooter in a news reporting station, people who developed the news and gave out newspapers and did these reports. Someone actually sent someone in to do that purposely to assassinate those people inside of the newspaper company because they was giving out information and documentation that was not true, that was going to be given to the public. And if it was, and as soon as it got out there to the public, then people will overreact. And he did not want that to happen because they already did not like him at that time. So it would have made it even worse for Donald Trump at that moment. So this is why I'm saying that don't believe everything you hear on the news about Michael Jackson, because here you go. I'm pretty sure, Michael probably did not want anyone to see him in a casket because he didn't want to die. He said that in one of his interviews. when he was having his little house tour over um, over in another city or whatever, and I think it was California. He was shopping, and literally everything that he did was actually exposed out there to the media. So I'm just trying to make sure some people are not left behind. Um, Michael Jackson, trust me, he is not. He is not. He is still here. What's really funny is that he's watching you watch him. And people do not understand that. But once you have a certain amount of money and you're famous, you're able to do things like this. In the eyes of middle class people who sit at home and watch television all day and always in the headlines and watch the news and are always on social media and things and checking out, important things like this. You guys know already what's real and what's not. People who know Michael Jackson know what he would do to do the unthinkable in order to get his privacy, his peace, and his protection. And people don't understand that. So I did wanted to highly, express how I felt about that and not to give out too much information because it's not for everyone. And some people, are not going to believe what I'm saying, but this is freedom of speech, and it's time for me to actually, say what I feel about a certain individual who I feel dearly for, because everyone loves Michael, and Michael has changed the game a lot. After him following his icon, which was James Brown, he has came a long way in expressing his talent through his music and everything like that. And I really, really will hope to see like Michael Jackson come out of the middle of nowhere one day, and they're like, oh, he's not blah 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 dead, and he came out of the middle of nowhere, and he just wanted to see who was really his fans and blah blah blah. And yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I'm his fan. I wouldn't even hurt Michael. I just would not do that. No one would. And they say his hands was really, really big too. So if his hands was really big and Michael was just like this, I just want to say I love Michael so much. I do. I love Michael Jackson. He is not gone, you guys. And if you guys believe that, then you guys are idiots. And I'm not going to say that because I was an idiot for a point in time and I believed it. Like, I was shocked when I was at home and I found out that Michael Jackson had died. My mother came to me and told me that Michael Jackson has died. Like, I was in my room or downstairs or I was something, and she said, Chris, come here. Hell yeah, come here. Michael Jackson did. I was like, no. Oh my gosh. This is not. And they kept his funeral and they talked about him for weeks and months. And that's how you know that he's an icon. He is something serious. And that's how you know the media has control over you, because you believe everything. And also, it was more believable because they aired his situation for more than a month. So that's how you know. I'm not going to say anything else. But Michael Jackson is still alive.